Any day now. Any day now. Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, she will be giving birth to a new heir to the British throne. And joining us right now to discuss this is Imogen Lloyd Webber. We want to discuss, frankly, I want to discuss the media fascination with this and the strange fact that Americans are just as fascinated about this. But first, I guess we need to get the update. The fact that they're giving updates, I mean, what update can there be? Are there contractions? Is she dilated? Imogen, what's going on?
They don't know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on. It's speculation. Always remember that William has a bit of a smiling hatred of the media. He sort of believes that the media drove his mother Diana to her death. So as a result, he likes toying with the media. So the person who'll be most enjoying the media, having been camped outside the Lindo wing at St Mary's Paddington Hospital in London for weeks now, is that they're slightly suffering and extremely bored. And he'll be finding it very entertaining. So no, we don't know anything for sure because he won't want us to know anything for sure.
And actually, to that end, in terms of maybe mischief with the media, CNN thinks that the due date was supposed to be the 13th. I think it's the Daily Mail says that they are now confirmed that today, the 19th, was the due date. But now there's some speculation as to whether St. Mary's is really the hospital that Catherine's going to go to.
Exactly. I think the Lindo wing absolutely will be. It's where Diana gave birth in 1982. However, if Kate is at her parents' house in Bucklebury in Berkshire, which is about an hour and a half outside London, and it's serious labour, they may not have enough time to get her into London, as it were. At that point, she will give birth at the Royal Berkshire Hospital in Reading. So there is a possibility that happens, but I think she will probably end up at the Lindo wing if they can help it.
Well, as a citizen, as a citizen of the UK, you understand how this is being viewed in Great Britain. But are you surprised with the fascination in this country?
I don't know. I was lucky enough to cover the royal wedding for American network, so I've obviously thought long and hard about why Americans are so fascinated. I think at the moment, of course, we now have the 24-hour news cycle, and everybody is desperate for some good news. I mean, there's so much tough news out there. So this is light. Everybody can relate to a wedding or a baby. I think Americans very much relate to middle-class Kate, and her parents are self-made and all of that, and she's somehow into this fairy tale, so they enjoy that. But also there's political significance here for the world. This is world news in the sense that the Queen is still figurehead to 2 billion people, a third of the world. So there is some relevance there. So, I mean, it's just catnip, isn't it? And at the end of the day, celebrity culture exists. Kim Kardashian exists. And if we're not talking about the royals, we're talking about Kim Kardashian, and at least this royal baby has some historical and indeed political significance right now.
Imogen Lloyd Webber, are you suggesting that the Kardashians are America's royal family? And is that more of an insult to America or the British royal family?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that at all. But let's face it, celebrity culture exists. Human beings have always had a need to irrationally elevate certain individuals. Royalty makes no sense, celebrity culture makes no sense, but it's there, and I guess we just all need a bit of entertainment. I mean, there's a very depressing world out there half the time.
I'll tell you, one of the great things I love about the United Kingdom is that you can bet on anything. The bookies will take your bet, and they're taking bets on this. Right now, the favorites for the name of the child is Alexandra, Elizabeth, Charlotte, George, and James. It seems like the money is on a girl. Are you hearing the same thing? Are there rumors that it is a girl for sure?
I think there's a hope that it's a girl because women make better monarchs. They interfere with the
Oh, really, Imogen?
No, they do. No, in all seriousness, because women interfere with the political process a lot more. A lot less, I mean. So they're sort of the maternal figure above everything. And so if you think about the female monarchs we've had, Victoria I, Elizabeth I, Elizabeth II right now, they're pretty stellar. So I think there's probably just a wish amongst the Brits that happens.
Gotcha.
You never know with a boy. Prince Charles loves interfering with politics, and that winds everybody up. So we'll see about names. I mean, we do know that it will be His or Her Royal Highness the Prince or Princess of Cambridge. I think if it's a girl, one of the middle names, there'll be lots of middle names. One of the middle names will probably be Diana. And as for a first name, they have to go for something traditional. I like Victoria. I think a Victoria II would be great.
Ooh.
James for a boy is a bit controversial because it's a Scottish name. And the Scots are busy trying to get rid of their links to England. I mean, they're joined by land, but they're a bit annoyed at England at the moment. So there could be a bit of controversy there. So we'll see.
All right, so when the moment comes, how is it? Give me the TikTok on how it's all going.
Is it white smoke from the chimney at the hospital?
I mean, what happens? What should we look for?
Well, we will be told when she's safely inside the hospital in labour. So we will know that much. And then, of course, social networks will light up. And it's probably going to be the Lindo wing at St Mary's, Paddington, where all the press are. We then, when the baby is born, it will not be announced on Twitter. There will be a proclamation put on an easel outside Buckingham Palace and a 41-gun salute. And then we'll also get a press release at that point telling us a bit more about the baby. And then, of course, Twitter will go absolutely crazy. She'll obviously, like every mother, try to leave hospital fairly soon after the baby's born. So you'll then have that photo call of William and Kate on the steps outside the Lindo wing at St Mary's, Paddington, which, of course, echoes what happened with Charles, Diana, and William 31 years ago now.
Wow, an easel. You cannot get more old school than that. That's really impressive. Imogen, Lloyd Webber, one last question. I mean, just on a personal note, I was lucky enough to have worked with your father in Los Angeles when they were relaunching Sunset Boulevard with Glenn Close after it opened in London with Patti LuPone. And I know from dealing with it, 4 months of my life with him, it was absolutely stellar. He's a genius. And
You're talking about
Andrew Lloyd Webber, of course, and he's such a patriot. I know how much he loves his country. Is there any chance that he could maybe write a dedication song on behalf of the new baby?
I don't know about that. He did do one for the Queen for her Jubilee last year.
Yes.
So he did one for her. But who knows? He's hard at work at the moment on his new musical, which is called Stephen Ward. And it's all about the Profumo affair in the 1960s, which was a big political scandal. I guess our Watergate.
Oh,
so,
wow.
He's doing that at the moment. So he's a bit busy. Keeps him out of mischief, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I can imagine. All right, well, that's great. Well, listen, just let him know. We would love to hear, it would be nice to hear something, special for the baby. You never know.
And Imogen, we really love you coming on the program, and we just love listening to your accent. I mean, I could just sit and listen to you talk all day long.
Rubbish.
Will you come back and when we get more news?
Of course, I'd love to.
Great. She does kind of class up the joint,
Yeah,
doesn't she?
really, I'm telling you. I mean, it's way better than listening to my Texas accent, that's for sure.
All right, Imogen Lloyd Webber, thanks so much for the updates, and stay on Baby Watch.